What's up, locals? It's a chilly one here today. All right, so this comes to us today from Great Lakes Disc. Shout out to them for sending these over to have a look at today. I've seen sort of like an install video, but I haven't really seen a whole lot of like testing in like a variety of conditions, which is what we are going to try to do. And given the toque and whatnot, it is chilly here today. I just was out for a quick drive, had to run to the store, and Siri told me it is minus 39 degrees Celsius with the wind chill. So it's fresh out there. Anyway, let's get right into this. Shout out to Great Lakes Disc. Super excited to get like a product from a store that's close to the Great Lakes, as that is actually where I'm originally from. I'm from the north side of Lake Ontario, just east of Toronto, and so let's get into it. What we are looking at today are some skis. Now, believe it or not, these skis are actually designed for strollers, but we know that the wheels for strollers often are comparable to the size of the wheel on our carts, and you know, a lot of people even use like strollers kind of like as like a bag cart. So these the one sort of like critique that I heard was that the lip on the front of them was not that high. And I'll be honest, the pictures that I had seen online for these, it looked like a more squared off front. I hope you can see this okay. But yeah, it looked very like sort of squared off, and it didn't look like it had much like, you know, angle up on the front to kind of help keep this ski on top of the snow. This one looks better than I kind of thought it was going to be. I thought this was going to be, you know, like a half inch or an inch up. This is more of an aggressive point, and I love the fact that it comes like to a point and it's not just like a flat curved spot at the front. So this looks better than I thought. We are going to look at the assembly of this, I imagine. Oh yeah. All right, so we've got something like this, and then something like this, and I guess like that is where your wheel is going to sit. All right, so it looks like very easy kind of like install on this. Gives you the tools, and I imagine that this is going to be probably pretty straightforward. For deeper snow or larger wheels, place the wheel further back on the ski. And you can see that there are these like tracks on here, so that will we'll probably try to move it back, I would think. And we will keep in mind here too that because I like to pull my cart, I will actually, this will be probably like the front of my cart right here, because I will essentially be pulling this. So we will see if we can screw these little brackets in place. But if I was going to make a prediction about whether or not this is a good solution, these brackets, you know, they do get wider as they come out, but the core piece of this is a little bit thinner in the center here. You know, and I would say for the most part, you know, strollers have like a thinner wheel. Yes, there are like the all-terrain, like, you know, beefier tires similar to what we've got here on my Zuca cart. I've heard like mixed reviews on these. The big one I heard was that this lip on the front isn't high enough to like cut through snow, and I've heard a few people say things about like the brackets, that they're, you know, the wheel doesn't like just hold firm. I could absolutely see that. So we're gonna try to put this this cart back on here and have a go at this. But anyway, these are in place. I basically like measured the wheels kind of as per the video. I can leave a link to that down below, but it just kind of showed like how to measure these. You know, you do like a little marker line, or what you can do, I think, is I've mounted the back bracket as far back as I can, because I want to get the weight of the ski back a little bit if I can. And then basically I just put the cart literally right on here. The front one was loose. I was able to kind of slide it back and forth a little bit. Had the tire sitting right in here, slid this so that it was firm, and then literally just gently lifted the cart right up out. Screwed these down, so we'll see how these fit, but this looks like we're going to be working here. I did take the handle off my cart so that I could. They are just sitting up a little bit, so actually my cart, if there's a critique right now, is just that the cart is sitting on a little bit of an angle because the tires aren't on the ground. So, you know, my discs are going to be kind of leaning forward. So I myself have a rack in my cart, the compact cart rack, and that'll be okay for my situation. But if you don't have that rack, I don't know how discs are gonna like stay in here. But we're gonna, I guess that's why we're doing this. We're gonna test all of this out. So. Let's see how she performs. It's obviously like not gonna slide well. Oh wow, it doesn't slide well at all on a sidewalk. I know that's not the purpose of it. I'm even like short of breath right now. You can see it doesn't really, yeah, it's grabbing some snow there, I would say. Yeah, it's definitely not staying on top, is it? Yeah, I mean, you can see that we're dug down a little bit. I wonder if I like give it a little gentle. Sorry, my camera works terrible right now, but I'm just trying to essentially get these skis up so that they'll stay above. And you can just see here, like in thicker snow, I mean, they're just getting caught under the snow, and now it just feels like there's like a ton of drag. Some snow where it's pretty packed down, it's not bad, but this thing just, now it's just getting heavy. It feels like I'm just pulling snow. On top of hard snow, it works great. But if you've got soft snow on a course, it's not gonna pull through that quite as well. And now I've got snow on these right now, which again, I'm just trying to give them a little bang to get the snow off. Now the weight is reasonable again. Once again, we just try to pull it up onto the hard crunchy stuff here. It actually works really well. Glides kind of beautifully actually. And I would even go as far as to say that those sort of like front legs on the cart kind of act like brakes, so they're pretty good. No discs are falling out. And this was that angle I was talking about earlier in studio, where you can kind of see that because the wheels are resting in these skis, the front of the cart is tilted forward a little bit. It's not a lot, but it's enough. So I thought I'd come in and come right to the studio because I was just outside trying to film as my beard is defrosting. I'm getting water here. And yes, I'm not going further shades of white and gray in my beard already. My beard was frozen. Anyway, out there, and I'm talking about the skis and how they're performing in a variety of weather, and I look over and my mic is shut off, and next thing I know, my camera shuts off. So I actually think it was so cold that both my camera and my mic weren't working. So, but anyway, the takeaways from that video, I may like do a voiceover, but I can just kind of say it right here and just show some of the footage before my camera shut down. Essentially, the skis work well in snowy conditions if the snow is either packed down or hard. But if you're dealing with like fresh snow, you got 10-15 centimeters, what I found was the skis just kind of got bogged down and they didn't stay on top of the snow like they're supposed to. So if the snow is hard, packed down, they glide great. But if you're on a course that's just had like a fresh snowfall, I don't think you're gonna have the experience that you're kind of hoping for, where the skis kind of keep your cart on top. the skis just kind of took on snow, and then it just kind of felt like I was dragging the cart, like pulling the snow that the skis kind of take on. Really like great idea again if the snow is packed down or you only have a little bit of snow and you want to use your cart still. You know, the only other ones that I've seen that I'm kind of keen to try would be the Ridge ski from Ridge Roller. Theirs don't strap to your wheel. You actually take your wheel right off, and they've actually kind of like built a bracket that like your axle goes right through, and that would be a really interesting option as well. Thank you again to Great Lakes Disc for sending those over and allowing us to test them. Today being -39 with the wind chill was a kind of a perfect day to do it. Anyway, as always, thank you so much for watching. My name is Ryan. This is Local. We are local.